When footsteps fall in eldritch hollows, and spectres flee into the shadows, that is the time when horror's heroes abound, culling the ghouls that go bump in the night.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you? People always go on madhouse someplace. I hate to even think about it.
He's alive! He's alive!
Hello everybody, as we say in New England, 8 bells and all is well. Welcome everybody, my name is Shanthan Jetty, this is Shanthan Jetty Art coming to you live and slightly undead from the heart of Lovecraft country in the birthplace of religious liberty. This is the home to horror's heroes, and I have to tell you guys something, and it was so funny because, and what's up, Amoral Fat 40 ounce, I gotta get to all my channel members in a second. I want to make sure I say hello to everybody in the chat, but I have to tell you something. And Lord Hinson Comic Skater, funny, he typed this in the chat, essentially, something that made me think about this stuff as I was thinking it, which is, we just watched 7 minutes, and then for the rest of this stream, for that matter, of things that are being created right here in Comicsgate. And all of it is so great to watch. When I see those trailers, as you know we say round these parts, Shane Davis knows it, I just am so proud of the stuff that we're doing and the stuff that we've made happen here. You would think you were watching, and seeing books and trailers from, mainstream, multi-million dollar, corporations or companies or whatever else, and with all these big distribution arms, but these are people like myself who are crowdfunding comics out of their homes, shipping them out of their homes, and man, is this stuff beautiful. And I've got, I see somebody I always have to say hello to, Mark's Music Obsession in the house. My man, it is good to see you, brother. Hello, I hope you are doing well. Let me get to my channel members. Let's see who's here. We've got Tammy D in the house. Woo! Tammy, I'm sorry you missed the stream earlier today, but it's worth going back and looking at. Had a great conversation with Andy Smith, my brother, and our paths artistically crossed with my first professional job, which is mind-bending because we were both incredibly young when we did this stuff, and now, of course, our paths have led us back here to Comicsgate. It's just one of those incredible things. What's up, Leg Kick 1? It is great. How are things with you? It's going great for me. I'm excited about this movie. Man, is this movie something to talk about, as Bonnie Raitt would say. How do you think they made those millions? These creative, absolutely right, did all the heavy lifting, 100%. Let me see who else I've got here. Citizen Ronan, Rock Crin, channel member. It is great to have you as a channel member, my friend. Cranberry Langers, OG in the house, my man. It is great to see you here. Let's see, where are all my channel members? I gotta find all you guys. Let me see, make sure I got everybody. Did I get, Lord Hinson Comic Skater, of course, I was just talking about you, man. It's great to have you here. And am I missing anybody else who's a channel member? Let me just make sure I got all of my channel member people here. I think I did. All right, guys. And I want to see who else we've got here. We've got, of course, Leg Kick 1. We've got Fritzy Schnitzel in the house. I love that name. Reminds me of a friend of mine who we used to call the Strudel Noodle. And his name was Hans. Let's see here. So Leg Kick 1 is here. We've got Tari in the house. It is great to see you, Tari. Citizen Ronan is here. It is great to see you, Citizen Ronan. Let's see. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 is here. It's great to see you. Let me see. Who else have I got here? I saw a couple of folks here. Hold on a second. Where am I? Let's see. Tari's here. Who am I missing? Let me know if I miss anybody. We'll pick them up. Citizen Ronan is here. Fritzy Schnitzel I got. I think I got her. Oh, Terry1111 is here. That's right. I knew I was looking for somebody that I missed, who was, of course, talking about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And guys, let me tell you something right now. And gosh, people are pouring in here. Caleb Reynolds, it's great to see you, Caleb. How are you doing? Oh, wait, JWK Creates was in here too, wasn't he? I could have sworn I saw him. I try to have some kind of memory here. Let me just double check here. JWK Creates. You were in here. I thought I saw you. Oh, there we are. There we are. JWK Creates is here. Good. Just making sure. Making sure I got everybody. I'm like, what's going on? So, guys, listen. So, I had a blast getting this ready today. And this is a little bit different. This is one of our, I think this is our first silent film. So, what I did was, every time I do one of these, as you know, we got stopped with last week's movie, or as soon as the stream is done, within like 40 minutes, I get there's a claim because there's this song in this and this song in that and everything like that. So every time I'm doing this, it's just nuts because I never know what I'm going to run into from the powers that be. But with this one, I actually created and put together some AI music because I'm like, they're not going to copyright that, he thought. But here's the fun part. I took this movie and I upscaled it and ran it through like this upscaler. It's not like it's going to be pristine or anything like that, but just to clean it up a little bit. And then I decided that in this world of Pizza Live, which we inhabit, where the pizza flows like wine, the pizza's always hot, and the movies are always fun because the company is good. I said, you know what it is? I go, if I was showing a silent movie, and you gotta, we have the interstitials, and man, this movie is so ripe for conversation. We're gonna talk about that in a second, man. But it's one of those movies that it covers so many things. But I go, what we would do if we were hanging out, and we are hanging out in the Pizza Live zombie defense house. What we would do is we would get out an old reel of this. Maybe it's 16, I don't know if it wouldn't be 35. And we would set up a projector, and I would hang a sheet over the television, and we would project this on the sheet. That's what we would do in the zombie apocalypse. So I spent the better part of last night and this morning setting this up. And, that's the thing that makes this stuff fun, because no matter how things are going, and I know it's tough, man. It's one of those things. We're going to make them fun, Mark's Music Obsession. That's what we're here to do. We're here to get you guys, distracted from whatever else is going on and just have a great time with this movie. So here's what we're going to do, man. And this is the thing I got to say about this movie. First of all, based on a book, The Curious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's actually pronounced Jekyll, apparently, but I can always call it Jekyll because that's how I grew up. And Mr. Hyde, but by Robert Louis Stevenson, the author of Treasure Island. So we have two masterful canonical fiction texts by one author. So let's start there. We got Grifter in the house. Grifter, I know you're not a channel member at the moment, but because so many of your children are channel members that you give to membership, when you see the credits after this movie and after today's stream for that matter, you can see it earlier with the stream with Andy. Once I've got all the channel members listed, I've got your name with a crown on it for this month, because I thought that that's what should happen, my friend. I thought that's what should happen. Had to be done. Had to be done. So this is the thing, right? This is a movie that very much speaks to where we are right now. And I don't mean right now, I mean in terms of ideology or politics or any of that stuff. I'm talking about this attitude that the Doctor is consumed with, which is maybe there is some way to engineer a reality. Good to see you, Emo Trash. Maybe there's some way I can engineer myself through eugenics, which is what this guy is essentially doing, to get rid of the bad part of myself, to try to suppress the bad part of myself. And the thing about that is that the person who doesn't confront and deal with it, but only tries to suppress it and make it go away, is usually the kind of person who wants to rid society of that, is a very dangerous person indeed, because we are never going to have a perfect society. We're never going to have perfect people. The quest for that tends to do more harm than good. And that's why this book and why this story has lasted. There's been so many versions of it, but what's wild is we're going 100 years back in time right now. Now, sure, we're in a zombie apocalypse, in the 60s for all intents and purposes. But we're going back in time. All of these folks were living their lives And it's crazy. This movie came out 105 years ago. 105 years ago. So to me, when I watch these movies, they just feel like a message in a bottle. And wait till you see how the text comes up in this and how fun this is. So let's do this, man. Back in time. Gotta get back in time. I gotta tell you, whenever I hear that, the thing I keep thinking about is all of those mixes that Ethan plays. One of them was Huey Lewis with Metallica and Huey Lewis with Uptown Funk. And I'm telling you, that stuff is wild. Wild to listen to, man. So yeah, guys. So let's take our seats. There's hot pizza. I am certain it is hot. I made sure before you guys came in here, because when I have guests, I like to make sure I'm only serving the best pizza. And it's whatever you need that pizza to be, guys. That's what I'm serving. So grab yourself a slice of that. I've got the sheet put up. I've got the projector set up. Let us take a look at this film. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Incredible. With a man with the last name of Barrymore, and you may know one of his, I believe, grandchildren or great-grandchildren. It's kind of scary to think about. So here we go. This was fun to make. And I'm sure you can hear the projector right now, can't you? There's a projector in the background, guys. Absolutely right. We're having a great year for sure. We're gonna do it. Yeah. Look at this. In each of us, two natures are at war. The good and the evil. All of our lives, the fight goes on between them, and one of them must conquer. But in our own hands lies the power to choose. What we want most to be, we are. How good is that? John Barrymore as Henry Jekyll, idealist and philanthropist, by profession, a doctor of medicine. I mean, they're just setting this up. Look at those beautiful illustrations, man. Look at this. And here we go. Wow. We've had some great actors play the role of Dr. Jekyll, and one of the things... Look at this, guys. This is 105 years ago. How good is this? Yeah, Friedrich March is the man. Yeah. I remember this being good, but the 1931... Yeah, that to me is the high watermark. It has not been eclipsed. Love that. That movie is so intense and incredible in its themes, but this one's in a different way. I mean, here we are, right? Dr. Frankenstein. For all intents and purposes. And look at the... I love the skull on the desk. That's such a gothic thing. I tell you, Lanyon, we have begun to discover what science can do with the body and mind of man. Yeah, we're always discovering that, aren't we? Look at that skull on the desk. I want to paint that. That is so cool. Wow. I love this. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Whether you're on YouTube, you're on X, wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying this. Love watching movies here at Pizza Live. Yeah, you're right, that skull is probably real. I don't doubt that for a second, Citizen Ronan. Yeah. And look at all of the detail in the set. Look at this! That ain't CGI, folks. You've got the real view through the microscope. Damn it, I don't like it. You're tampering with the supernatural. Here it is. God bless the chat. You just cracked me up, Citizen Ronan. Yeah, it looks like a sea monkey. This is the thing that's so funny, is it's an escalating battle of humor here in the chat. Look at this. It's time for your clinic, sir. Interesting. And look at this. He's a doctor, but he's got this almost secret Batcave lair. And there's this theme that goes on over and over and over. Yep. Oh, yep. Look at that. Look at the messaging in this. Because again, what is the core view of science? What are the things that we're talking about here? How long have we been saying this lesson over and over and over again? First, do no harm. But he's like, but what if I could fix everything? That's what it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 100%. And agreed, Emo. Can we bring men's fashion back to this, please? Look at these distinguished gentlemen. Yeah, no kidding. It's the stuff that I like to paint, and it's the stuff that I really love to see in film. You know, yeah, you really had to act in silent films. And look at this, guys. These cameras, oh my gosh, look at this. These cameras needed so much light to capture things. I mean, you really had to know what you were doing. The human repair shop maintained by Dr. Jekyll at his own expense for the treatment of the poor. Look at this. The human repair shop. That is so wild. But yeah, they're showing you he is an idealist. He's trying to be the best person that he can be. But he's flawed, and you hear this over and over again with these stories. Look at this, by the way. Look at these figures here. See, there you go. Johnny Scab's going to fix it with the top hat. He's got a top hat. Let's do it. See? Listen, I mean, don't kiss Grandma, man. Back off. Yep. And all these people are seeking his help, and he's able to give it. And that's one of the most beautiful things about medicine, and I think in caring for people. And I know that we've got Tammy, who her profession and career was nursing, of course, an incredibly noble profession. And if you know that, and caregiving is important. Yeah, amen, Grifter. You're not even kidding. By the way, I loved that character when that character came on the scene. Grifter's just an amazing character. I was explaining it to my wife how I think it's one of the cool character designs out there. Yeah, I'd love to make a graphic novel like this movie, 100%. 100%. There's some really cool black and white, excuse me, black and white movies, you know? Ah, yes, always the fainting women. It happens. It happens, yeah. Yeah, you know it's true. You know it's true. Always as far from misery and suffering as he could get was Sir George Carew, I guess it is. And now look at this. I just like the title cards. They are so beautiful. You know? My dear Lady Camden, a beautiful woman like you is paradise for the eyes, but hell for the soul. Look at this writing. Well done. Gosh, this is the stuff I think about when I'm trying to come up with dialogue and response in my comics. That's what I love. You know? Incredible. How do I click on these things? There we go. And agreed. Isn't that? Come on. This is good writing. Yeah. Look at this. I mean, you didn't even know what you captured that day. This process was so fraught. And that's the thing why I think, you know, people always ask me, what would you do if you could do anything else besides what you do? And film restoration. I would love to restore films because these things are like messages in a bottle, man. I love it. Dr. Jekyll regrets he cannot make it. There it is. Oh, disappointment. I don't know if that dress is diaphanous, but... And there we go. And it looks like there we have a young boy who is actually... looks like he has Down syndrome. I'm not positive. And he's being cared for by Dr. Jekyll. I mean, they actually... it's incredible what they're doing with the sets and the sense of realism. Yeah, I would feel proud to wear that uniform too, Rockrin. That's how we roll. You know? But look at that. The 20s. Very much the Charles Dana Gibson girl. Sepia! Mwah! Says Awesome One. Long time no see, man. It's great to see you, Awesome One. It's been a minute. Good to have you here, man. Look at that. I love things like this. Like the chairs and the setup. There's something nice about not having that crazy, camera shake all the time. You know? I was listening to, and I would be in big trouble if this was the case, when the wine was in and the ladies were out. Look at this, and the little illustration somebody did for the title card. Gorgeous. Love it. Comrade Sammy, welcome. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I was seeing an interview with Nicholas Hoult, who was talking about working for Robert Eggers in Nosferatu. And one of the things he said was Robert Eggers told them, I don't want you to act with your eyebrows. Keep your eyebrows still. I want classical acting. And I was like, what is he talking about? But watch the movie. And here you go. People are always aware. I assure you, Sir George, he is London's Saint Anthony. I know because I lost a wager on him. So we're really laying it down. What a good guy he is. Henry Jekyll is the finest man I know, although we differ on every scientific point. There it is. And here he is, the great man that we've just had backhanded compliment. There it is. I was thinking the same thing, Citizen Ronan. You're not wrong. And there he is, greeting, boy, guys. How many times, I think this story resonates. And by the way, the story is in the public domain. So this is absolutely ripe for a comic book or a graphic novel or a film or anything. But how many times have we seen this? The person who has everything, quote, everything that you would think would satisfy them. This is the story of Victor Frankenstein. This is the story even of the captain of the ship in Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus. And here it is, the story of Dr. Jekyll. It's crazy. You know? Lots of craziness. I was on YouTube streams from noon to midnight, now just the evening mostly. Understood, Awesome. My goodness. Yep, smack that like, my chat. Amen, Tammy. Thank you. I appreciate it. By serving others, yep, there you go. No offense, but that guy's a bit of a ghoul. Which self a man has two, as he has two hands? Because I use my right hand, should I never use my left? Wow. Guys, you had to write. It's amazing. Yep. Uh-oh. There's that dark side coming out. Your really strong man fears nothing. It is the weak one who is afraid. Wow, jeez. A man cannot destroy the savage in him by denying his impulses. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. Holy cow. Guys, look at this stuff, man. I mean, I know they've got incredible source material, but you think about an audience sitting there and watching this in a theater, and it's so good, man. So good. If we ever get a legit Bram Stoker Dracula, which is to say with all of the great stuff in it, and of course, there the scientist begins to think. He wants to prove a point. I mean, that book has got some of the best writing ever. I love it. Hey! My brother Rocky Ballesteros is in the house. It's great to see you, brother. How are you doing? Yep, throwing shade 100%. And it's funny because he's not really that wrong. You know, he's saying there's something wrong with you if you can't deal with that aspect of yourself. You're so saintly. You virtue signal so well, but I get the feeling you have a discomfort with aspects of yourself. that you haven't really dealt with or confronted. How cool is that? Amazing. Mark's Music Obsession saying, hey, Rocky. Everybody's saying, hello, hello, comrade. Sammy is, Mr. Monkey Boy, Tammy D. It's good to see all you guys here. 100%. Look at that. And it bothers him. With your youth, you should live as I've lived. I have my memories. What will you have at my age? Wow. Incredible. Yep, thank you very much. Yeah, I stripped this of the music that was on it and got, because I didn't want to get struck, and I went to some AI music thing that gives you this sort of generic music. I must have made 50 different weird things, and this one was the one I came to, and I went, this feels chill. You know, it fits it, but it's chill, which is really important. It was 78 today. Wow, finally, says Tammy. Man, you're living the life there. I tell you, it's cold here. Look at this, too. Shut your face. Wow. Oh, thank you so much, Cranberry Landers. I appreciate that, man. Ladies and gents, allow me to introduce the famous Italian dancer, Miss Gina. Give her your kind applause. Here it is. Oh, that makes me want to play the violin, but that is not really how you play the violin, in my personal opinion. That ain't even the way you play the fiddle. I don't know what the heck he's doing. And so, of course, here we go. I don't know if it's diaphanous. Gina, who faced her world alone. Look at that. And look at the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde up there. That may be diaphanous. I don't know. I gotta get a verdict. It was to this place that Sir George led Dr. Jekyll later that night for an illustration of his arguments at dinner. So here you go, right? Here you go. And look at that little illustration. Looks a little bit like Faust, does it not? Wow. There's a little bit of the devil and Dr. Faust. Holy cow. Gina Carano is a vampire, confirmed. There you have it. What's the matter? Afraid of temptation. Whoa! Jeez Louise. Look at this. There it is. Yeah, apparently it's pronounced, it's the way it's supposed to be pronounced is Dr. Jekyll, is what someone was telling me the other... I saw it in some documentary. I mean, I'll always, like, in my head, pronounce it Jekyll. Jekyll and Hyde, but apparently that's what it is. We all go a little bit mad sometimes. So here we are in the land of temptation. This is a guy who is afraid of temptation, right? Yeah, Stan Laurel, you're absolutely right. He does. Holy cow, yeah. Yeah, Laurel and Hardy, that's good stuff. Love that stuff. And look at how slow he sits down. And he's kind of in the shadow. And on the one hand, you have this guy who's the, you know, leering temptation guy. Wild. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. I'm going to continue to pronounce it Jekyll. You're absolutely right. Do it. I did it, says Rock Crin. Well said. Oh my gosh, it's like we got Dr. Jekyll. My concern is, do we have a professor? I think we do. Antoine Dennison, channel member, welcome in the house. Men should start... Man, I tell you what. Antoine, you don't even have to be here, and you know what we've been talking about in the chat. Yeah, that is great camera work. No getting around it. We were just talking about men's fashion and bringing back the top hat. Even when you're late, you're on time. What do we do? Antoine, my man. I doff my cap to you, my friend. If I had a top hat, I'd doff it to you. I'll call it Jekyll. Yup, absolutely. Agreed. Yep, no top hats yet. Fedoras, there you have it. But, I mean, look at this staging and look at this, how they're painting the picture of, although I gotta say, everybody's pretty well dressed, even in the seedier parts of this. Oh my gosh. Oh, dang. That would be outstanding, man. A high top fade and then a hat on it. That'd be killer, dude. Make that character, for heaven's sake. What's up, Alpha Channel? How are you doing? It is great to see you, channel member. I hope you are well. Everybody saying their hellos here. And see, look at this guy now. This is important. If you know where this is going, right? That guy who is, you know, kind of the leering, lure him there kind of guy, he is going, his look, pay attention to it. What is up? How's your father? How are you doing, my friend? It is great to see you. Mocha? Did somebody call my name? It's great to see you, my friend. We'll be in lurk mode. Understood. Yeah, the choreography is outstanding too. And that's one of those things I've really come to notice. Since I've gotten a little bit of a exposure to dance. You know, incredible stuff. Hail to you, Alpha Channel. Uh-oh, temptation. Uh-huh. Again, look at that dude right there. There it is. Man, that dress is hanging on for dear life. Good heavens. God, look at that lighting and those characters in the background. That's great. I love the way they're framed with that window. These are smart shots. Look at the contrast on the shirt of the woman against the lamppost, how they create the space. All those beautiful lights, and they're not working with much. Citizen Ronan, you're cracking me up. A woman with a mustache. It happens. For the first time in his life, Jekyll had wakened to a sense of his baser nature. There it is, right there. Look at that. Let me tell you guys something. I had not thought of this previously, but I said, you know what we need to have here at Pizza Live? In our zombie hideout barricaded room? We need to get a projector in here and project these silent movies up on a sheet. And put a sheet over the TV. If you look carefully, you'll not only be able to see the sheet texture over the image, although I tried not to mess with the image too much in terms of its boundaries, but you'll also see the TV faintly behind the sheet. Because I like to run this thing through a bunch of times. I mean, 6 hours of rendering. It's the way it is. There isn't much in life Sir George has overlooked. And here's what it is, guys. Here's that moment. And you see this all the time. There's one thing he has overlooked. Man's immortal soul. Some of the people who are so determined. The one decent thing about him is the way he has brought up Millicent. He has protected her as only a man of the world could. And there is a really, really amazing statement there. Incredible. Oh yeah, that was something I had to build. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, we do need cans of Spam, but that's a whole nother thing. How's your father? It's great to see you. And yes, thank you, Tammy D. I do appreciate that. I really want to make this, you know, look as good as I can. You know? Thank you, Lord Hinson Comic Skater. Marvelous, but impossible. That's right. And here's the thing, and this kind of comes back to it. If you could get rid of everything that you wanted to get rid of in the world, what would be the work? What would be the struggle? We actually did an experiment very recently with, I think, 2 generations of what happens if we get rid of bullying and all of this adversity and we don't help people to understand the you know, what life is like and how you temper these emotions you have, failure and all of those kinds of things. And it did not make them happier. It didn't. Cancel culture came out of that. Policing people's speech came out of that. That's what we're talking about here. It is you. In order to engineer society, you have to engineer the individual. That's what. Why eugenics is the end result of trying to engineer society, and that's where we are. It's incredible. Yeah, I was bullied as a kid too, my friend. Yeah, and pass the spam. I agree. And spam, though, is an invention that is worth knowing. His imagination afire with this new idea, and his whole being mastered by exploring the passion of the scientist, Jekyll spends days and nights in his laboratory. And here we are. We're Dr. Frankenstein. Now we're Victor Frankenstein. Here we are. Yep. I'll tell you what. And I always tell people this. The only reason, and I used to explain this stuff, here we go, we're mixing things up. I used to say this all the time to my kids. I go, do you know why you can't just have things? And they said, so, and my kids said to me, and they were very little, they go, so you learn that you don't always get what you want. And I said, no. I said, so you can learn, you can survive your disappointment. That when things don't go your way, you can survive it. This guy cannot deal with this aspect of himself. He wants to get rid of it. And he thinks we'll be better if we get rid of every problem that we have. And unfortunately, we split off and then we start having these secret lives, which is utterly what's conveyed here. Oh man, now you guys are making me hungry. Why? It's always going to turn to food here. Now, granted, I named the show Pizza Live because it just made me laugh, you know. Pizza Live! Pizza Live! Uh-oh, here you go, guys. This is cinema history. Before Friedrich March, and it was only, you know, a decade and change after, created his Mr. Hyde, there was, of course, James Barrymore. And this is, for its time, was an incredible performance. Incredible Spam Alive. I love it. Oh yeah, you gotta have it with a fried egg, man. Come on. This is America. Here we go. Now watch as he starts to change. Amen. Plus a fried egg. As he starts to change, take a look. Who does he start to look like? He starts to look like the older gentleman whose traits he was cursing. And guys, this makeup and these dissolves, look at this. Lengthening the fingers. How creepy is that? 1920. Can you imagine what audiences were making of this? All of the veins and creepiness in the hand. Wow. Ugh. That's some E.T. level stuff. Arthritis fade. You ain't kidding. Oh, chicken casserole's good, man. Yeah, look at that. If we get rid of all the bad qualities of this world, that would include the human race, yeah, and human existence, 100%. It does remind me of that Twilight Zone about the gambler. He dies and he goes to the afterlife, and and it's all a casino, and he's like, oh my God, I'm in heaven, and he keeps playing and playing, and every time he plays, he wins. And it starts to drive him crazy because there's no risk anymore, and he's a gambler. And so he says to them, he's like, God, get me out of here. Send me to hell. You know, I don't want to win all the time. This is awful. And they said to him, what makes you think you're in heaven? And it was the hell for the gambler is the world without risk where you always win. It was a great Twilight Zone. Look at this. And now the question, did the drug have power to restore him to his normal state? And here you go. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. 100%. That's right. Yeah, some of these scenes are iconic. Look at that. I mean, guys, this is fantastic. 1920s. Look at this lab. I mean, This is 11 years out from the laboratory in Frankenstein with Boris Karloff, with Jack Pierce's incredible makeup. So now here we go. Those hands and that face, trying to restore himself. Then we drop. And there we are. Oh my god, are we going there? And yeah, you're right. It's gotten worse. I mean, how did you not get it fixed while you were here? There, I said it. Just 11 years, that's crazy, yeah. 11 years, we have sound, we have a score, which Dracula did not have. Dracula was just dialogue. They created the score afterwards. So Bela Lugosi's Dracula didn't have that, but Frankenstein did, and it's pretty damn incredible. All I do is win. Yeah, there it is. The superior Roaring 20s. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Yeah, 11 years later, guys. This is the birth of this stuff, you know? I don't know what's wrong with Rocky. Has he failed me as a friend? Possibly. I miss that guy, man. Ah, it was so fun having you here, dude. So here we go. There's a friend of mine named Hyde. I want him to have full liberty and authority about the house. Here you go, man. He's inviting it in. Unreal. Just incredible. And I want you to have a long mirror placed in my laboratory, and here you go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look, it is what it is, as they say. All I hear are excuses, excuses. You guys are hilarious. Zombie 1 or Awesome Zombie, Awesome 1. There you have it. Reparations for Rocky. Have you seen Nosfero? Yeah, it's awesome. I loved it. I haven't heard if you have or not. I see you can now stream it. Yeah, going to watch it. I love that movie. I don't know if it's for everyone, but I absolutely loved that movie. The gothic sensibilities, scary, creepy. Yeah, really loved it. Look at this, guys. I mean, they're dealing with a very boxy format and a limited budget, but look at the scope they're getting. Look at the scale. Man, I love it. Love it. Yeah, gothic stuff is great, Tammy. Agreed. Here's to you guys. Cheers, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Look at that. You know, I love that setting. Look at what a ghoul. I mean, you look at that guy, and he's such a good actor, man. You know, I mean, he's this very distinguished, upright, you know, kind of standing posture, and then he turns into this ghoul. It's craziness. Oh my God, seriously, man. Rock, I'm not even kidding you. That sounds like a book you should do. That sounds like a comic you should make. Write that down, dude. I'm not even kidding. Write that down. That sounds really cool. Yep. Yeah, clothing, that is. Yeah, absolutely, man. Isn't that great? Write that down. I'm not kidding, man. And look at the way that white hair looks, too, as well, with the lighting. So you've got the light and the dark. Just incredible. I love it. Thank you. Get it done. In the impenetrable mask of another identity, Hyde set forth upon a sea of license to do what he, as Jekyll, could not do. There it is. There it is. Robert, what is up? It is good to see you, my friend. I hope you are well. What up to you as well? Yeah, you should get some of the proceeds. Agreed, Tammy. If you sue him, I'll testify against him. We'll be there on day one backing it for you, brother. Headless Bourgeoisie is in the house. It is great to see you, my friend. Sean, I have a great old book called... Oh, sorry, my glasses. Pictorial History of Horror Movies by Dennis Guilford. My goodness, that sounds great. Published in 1973. I think you would dig it if you ever run across a copy. I will hit up eBay for that, man. Thank you for the heads up, and welcome, Headless Bourgeoisie. It's great to see you. I mean, guys, of course, he goes right back to where he was at the start of this film. And there he is in that form. Incredible. What a great ghoul. You know, I don't know. I know that Lon Chaney Sr. had the top hat in the lost film London After Midnight. But the top hat on a gothic horror character is absolutely cool. I really like the idea of a top hat on a hero. I know that Fantomas, the French movie, I believe, or Fantoma, I'm sorry, had the top hat and then the mask, which was awesome looking. Love that sort of stuff. And there we go. Now there she is. I don't know if that's diaphanous. That's like clinging to life. But it's one of those things. Yeah, is someone going to eat that pizza? You are going to eat that pizza. Let's do it. I like that hat Hyde is wearing. It's so I don't give a yep. You know it. Yeah, we were waiting for you, Rob. Grab a slice, man. The pizza is magical. You reach into the screen, and it's whatever kind of pizza you want it to be, guys. And I hope you can see it's hot, and it stays hot. That's the way it is. It's diaphanous, says Emo Trash. And we got a ruling. Agreed. Listen, Grifter, we're not here to judge, as you know. We're here to, love is love. Even Mr. Hyde, love, I guess. Yeah. That pizza needs a top hat. Watch me do it. You know I will. It will happen. Yeah. It is, I miss those bigger top hats. You're 100% right. 100% right. I'm glad you like that, Grifter. We're having fun tonight, man. Come on. You know? That's what we gotta do, guys. We need this, man. When I'm doing a stream and I see Mark's Music Obsession in here, chilling out, and I see all of you guys here, I know we're good because we have this time together to watch movies and enjoy ourselves. It's important. A proposal of marriage. Wow. Look at that. There it is. I don't know if that's the best reaction I've ever seen. Oof. And cheers around that Barbie table in the middle of the pizza. Absolutely. That would be outstanding. That may take some work. Because you know I'd have to go all the way. I'd have to have like tiny little figures in there too. You know, that were moving. I don't know how the hell I'll do that. But guys, if you dream... You know, I love that Walt Disney quote, if you dream it, you can do it. I don't know if it's always true, but it's worth shooting for, isn't it? Everything we're in right now in Comicsgate, man. That's how we did it. Yep. Good stuff. 100%, man. To provide against the mishap in the dangerous game he was playing, Jekyll adopted a simple plan. And look at the illustration in the corner. Handcrafted, man. Now you guys know why I hand paint my comic Nosfero. It's so important, man. It's so important. Hail chat. It says Timmy Mello. My brother in the house. Hail to you. It's great to see Timmy Mello. And here you go. So he's written out a personal statement. It's wild that they did things like that where they put the shadow to kind of make you read it. But look at that beautiful handwritten letter. I love stuff like that in movies. You know? There it is. Yes, indeed. Tim S. is Tammy D. John! That's right. We need John in here, man. What's up? What's up? Look at this. Man, that's serious. Look at this. Antoine Dennison, channel member, says, back then, folks were bathing every day. They were using wash basins and a cloth. Not very thorough. You ain't kidding. They were probably liberal with the perfumes and colognes, too. Ethan is battling in a drawing war. I am flipping back and forth. When when the time comes, we gotta stuff the ballot box so Ethan wins. You know, I did a cover for Jeremy. the guy that he's drawing. Oh gosh, do I have that over here? Yeah, Jeremy's a good guy. I did a cover for him. So yeah, this is my cover for Beckoned, Jeremy's books. It's one of my favorite paintings I've ever done, and it led directly into another one of my favorite paintings I did for Michael Bancroft. Craziness. Let's see here. I'll see if I can summon him. Anima Trash, Rocky Ballesteros, Grifter Cranberry Lanterns, Timmy Mello is saying hello. He's making his pleasantries known. And see, look at this. It's almost like it's eating away at him. You know? And it's that he's just folding at the first sight. As Hyde plunged deeper into vice, his trail was soon strewn with the victims of his depravity. Look at that painting with the tree. God, this is really wild, these title cards. If they remastered this movie, they'd have to remaster those title cards. Goodness gracious. Yep. Absolutely right. I just realized why this feels really normal. This is pretty much what you do on most streams, reading the chat out loud. That's right, man. That's how we do it. Look at that. That is, for the time, for people who have missed it, it's... No, this isn't Lon Sr. This is James Barrymore. So Drew Barrymore's great-grandfather, I think it was. Maybe, it wasn't a grandfather. It was a great-grandfather. Very famous acting family. If you ever do another Silent Pizza live, please consider The Unknown, 1927, with Lon Chaney and Joan Crawford. Great film. Absolutely will. Robert Eggers should do a remake of this. Agreed. I'm watching Nosferatu tonight. It's fantastic. The bonus features are fantastic on the iTunes version. I just ordered the 4K Steelbook. Yeah, isn't that wild? And look at him. I mean, these guys were so physical, almost like vaudeville influenced them. In a sudden revulsion against the power he felt was dragging him down, Dr. Jekyll gave a hostage to his soul. Look at that. Damn, that's good writing. I mean, they had to go through this book and grab out the best bits and distill it. And I think they did. Fantastic. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, these guys they were doing this in another time. Look at them. It's like the hangover from it over there. You can see how it's just affecting him. Wild. Yep. They had Hyde, we have the Hulk, and that is, of course, right? The great characters, the canonical characters, they transcend their time and they just leave echoes of creativity behind them. And yeah, one of my favorite characters of all time is the Incredible Hulk. I love that character all the way back to, for me, the Lou Ferrigno TV show. Well, mainly, I should say, while Lou Ferrigno was a great Hulk visually and all that stuff, Bill Bixby as David Banner as opposed to Bruce, which is an interesting decision they made. But Bill Bixby, starting with The Courtship of Eddie's Father and all that stuff, was just an incredible actor. You really believed he was a man trying to, repress his rage. What a great actor Bill Bixby was. I mean, what a great actor. You know what? I don't know if I've seen it. Is that the one, God, did Dale work on that? Was that the big project that he did? I mean, the stuff I saw, the art I saw is beautiful, but I haven't read it. So, I don't know. Anything Dale does is incredible. So here we go. Look at him. He's strung out and, trying to, continue as he was, but something in him has definitely changed, and he knows it. Yeah, Dale's the cat's pajamas when it comes to Hulk. My favorite Hulk artist, and it's because it made me want to be a comic book artist, is always going to be Todd McFarlane. And the idea that you had Todd McFarlane do 5 or 6, or well, more than that, but penciling and inking that many issues of Hulk, and then you have Dale coming on afterwards is ridiculous. That talent is just incredible. And it's incredible. It starts with a very interesting thing. If you've never been allowed to bully, and if you've never bullied, and you've never experienced all these different rites of passages artificially removed, don't they just change form? I mean, what is cancel culture? What is all of this stuff that we see today? But bullying by adults trying to destroy other adults. They never learned empathy and the bad that they're capable of, and the bad that other people are capable of, and how to reconcile that. And that's the incredible thing for me, you know. And I will always think of that. It's wild. I think I know what that link is. Speaking of, right? Is that SPRINGBALL? Yep, I've got that link in the description under Nosfero. If you haven't signed up for SPRINGBALL yet, it is there. And you can thank this man for that happening. Yep, absolutely it does. It absolutely does. And then the real place where I think it stops is in us. You know, we stop it. And that's the key. Cannibalism, 100%. Yeah, and it does suck. It absolutely does. But you know what? It's the context for all of that we experience today, like all of the good stuff we experience. And what I find is that the good people reveal themselves, and the bullies reveal themselves in time. And it is it's not a recipe for success. It may seem like one for a short period. SPRINGBALL! Yes, indeed. You made it happen. I was working on it before this. I haven't stopped working for, I think, 24 hours now. It's been wild. Yep. Amen. Amen, and I know. What is it we say? Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. He thinks he's covered with red ants. Oh, see, look at this guy suffering. Well. Babe, I don't know what you're doing scooting up to that guy. That guy is a straight-up ghoul. You permit it. You need to have an identity of, I deserve better treatment. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's one of those things. Spring roll. Oh, my God, now I'm hungry. What is it with us and food? I know what it is with us and food. We're hungry. That's what it is. Yep. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. I deserve pizza, says Awesome One. You sure do, and you shall have it. Look at those hands. Those are some, like, E.T. the extraterrestrial hands. There's no way he's feeling that, so that's got to have taken some practice. He can't, I mean, those extensions, he can't feel anything. You know? Yep. Oh, I love that. It's so true. It's funny to think, it's funny to remember when I was disappointed that some new guy named McFarlane was the replacement for Don Newton on Infinity Inc. when he passed away. Yeah, that was rough though, man. I totally get that. I totally get that. I mean, there were so many of those instances, you know, where he was filling in for other artists and doing things like that early on, but that's tragic stuff, man. I mean, Todd, of course, went on to have his legendary career, but there's so many artists. Oh my God, what a psychopath. Look at this. Good Lord. Just keep laughing at that hand. Ugh. So creepy how that same guy is playing that. Ugh. Man. Yeah, it's awesome. Great makeup and costuming. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yep, and we all stay free. Amen. Yeah, those are some nasty hands, Tammy D. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, there absolutely is. Yeah, Timmy. You know it. I mean, again, look at this, guys. I mean, they are representing what they're seeing there. And here is the guy who is, in many ways, you know, he is the saint before he starts doing this, but then it's almost like there's equal parts. Yeah, agreed and agreed. I won't say what I'm thinking about, says Grifter. I can only imagine. Dear heavens. And look at this. He's just got a cruelty there. He doesn't care. Yeah. I mean, it's... it's like, again, I know I said this already and I'll say it more times, but this is a time capsule from 105 years ago, guys. We're looking back at these people. Unbelievable. It doesn't even look like the same guy. Yeah, I'm with you, honey. Oh! Oh my lord. Antoine, I think he's got you beat in terms of what he has under his hat. Holy cow. Oh. Look at that title card. Into the life of Millicent, the shadow of evil now began to creep. And interestingly enough, Millicent Patrick is the name of the woman who sculpted, and actually I should say designed. It was Chris Mueller who sculpted it, but Millicent Patrick designed the creature from the Black Lagoon. And here we are. And again, isn't it interesting how he kind of looks a little bit like Mr. Hyde? He's got it going on. Yeah, Antoine, nor I. That was some Conehead stuff. That... Timmy just killed me. That dome. Yeah. He's got some scurvy. Give the man an orange or a lemon, for that matter. No. Yeah, agreed. Yeesh, egghead, 100%. Rockrin, you know it. And remember, guys, if you're tuning in, make sure you hit that like. Make sure if you're watching this, you share this out. The pizza's hot. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. I've not seen Dr. Jekyll nor heard from him in many days. Has something happened? Or has he ceased to care? Well, something has happened, and he ceased to care. A little bit of both. By the way, you can thank your old man for helping leading down that horrendous road he's on right now. My God. Yep, absolutely right, guys. And if you are a channel member, absolutely hit those custom emojis. They are an important thing. There are some coconut crabs in there as well. And if you've watched our movie, I forget which movie that was in, the coconut crabs, but you saw that movie, you know what those are for. And here we go. People start getting concerned and saying, what the heck is going on with you? Emo trash. Coconut crabs! Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. And now he's like, you know, gotta get himself out of that Mr. Hyde persona if he can, although he has signed a permission slip for himself, interestingly enough. And they're just trying to figure out what's going on. The giant crab one, that's right. Yep. We have not seen your master for a week. Is he out of town? He did not tell me he was going away, sir, but he has not been here. Coconut crabs in the chat. That's how it goes. And they're like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Coconut crabs, oof, and coconut dome head shapes. You can install a belfry there. Yeah, you can, absolutely. Belfry, you get there. You're absolutely right. Look at this. Again, I love these shots. They're simple sets, but the compositions are great. They give you a sense of space. That kid is, I guess, riding a witch's broom. He seems quite content. There was a low bar for toys back then, but by God, kids were entertaining themselves. And then there you go. Oh my good God. Yikes. Damn your interference. What business is it of yours? Jesus. Whoa. Yeah, keep that hat on, my friend. Indeed. So, yeah, he's a bit of a psychopath. Oh, that's right. That he's like, name your price to buy his way out of it. Good God. There you go. Oof. Dear heavens. Rocky says 3 Bitcoin. You know? This movie was ahead of its time. I mean, 105 years ahead of its time. And he goes and gets the money. Good God, what a creepy ghoul. And there's the signature. Henry Jekyll, or Jekyll, depending on. Set your mind at rest about that. I will go with this man to the bank and cash the check myself. There it is. Wow. Look at that. Yes, he was attacking that kid. This is the Gollum before, yeah, this is the Gollum before we had Gollum, no kidding. Yeah, he was. The only person with a key to this laboratory is Mr. Hyde, sir. Dr. Jekyll told me he was to come and go as he pleased. Henry Jekyll, says Rocky Balls Toros. Yeah. He says, I kill you. What can Jekyll have to do with a fiend like Hyde? Well, more than you know, kid. After hours of lonely waiting. I can imagine who we're going to see here. Boy, that is some damn good lighting. Oh, can you imagine what this would look like if it was fully restored? I mean, I did a couple passes of restoration on it just to make it visible for you guys. Tortured by remorse for Hyde's monstrous cruelties, Jekyll realizes that that at last that the evil nature to which he had voluntarily yielded now threatened to dominate his whole life. Again, guys, look at the illustrations in these title cards with the hands. I love this, man. Yeah, you never know. Never know. He was a street urchin, a juvenile delinquent, as they used to say when we were kids. Yep, this is what the death penalty is for. Yeah, don't worry, he's going to get his for sure. So here we are in his laboratory, and he's come to his senses and says, hey, I'm done with this, but here's the problem. Yep, a metaphor for drug use, and a metaphor for messing with human nature, and messing with nature in general. I mean, it's incredible. I don't know. Again, guys, if you're joining us late and if you are not familiar with the book that this is, of course, based on, The Curious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, let me say that this was written by Robert Louis Stevenson, Robert Louis Stevenson, and Robert Louis Stevenson also wrote Treasure Island. Imagine having your body of work include both Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and then, of course, Treasure Island. How incredible is that? Also, what results from you giving into your monstrous aspects? Yeah, giving into them and also not, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it was Jordan Peterson who was talking about that kids need to experience themselves mastering their environment. But one of the things I think they also need to experience is mastering, not controlling, not, repressing, but actually healthily assimilating their emotions and learning how to behave. And not believing they can do no wrong, because when they do, it's awful. And here you have it, and here's the confrontation. What right have you to question me? You who first tempted me, and that's why we got that little Faust card. But what has that to do with Hyde? Unless you can explain, I shall have to object to your marriage with my daughter. Here it is, man. Here it is. Yep. Black Sails, that's right. The Photo Viper, you should do a watching of Jekyll and Hyde together again from 1982. I do remember that. I do. Funny enough. So no gentle parenting. I'm all for what's the word I'm looking for? So there's the one of the most interesting things I ever saw were the range of parenting. One of them was neglectful parenting, which was bad on one side. You know, your kids don't have basic necessities. Then there was permissive parenting. Then there was authoritative parenting. And then there was authoritarian parenting, which is the extreme negative side of that. And what they said is anywhere in the middle, you have better outcomes. That's how wide the range is. It's interesting. Yeah. Ben comes back. Yep. Oh! Jeez Louise! Yes, indeedy. Yep. That's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my. There you have it. Good God! He's already dead. Yeah, that was some expression. Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Look at this. And of course, that's where it leads. And now he's on the run with his alien xenomorph head. Good Lord. And of course, there's a servant who's watched this unfold. Oh my God. Yeah, Alpha Channel. Yeah, you said it. You could throw a few more consonants and vowels into that too, man. That was some grim stuff. Damn, says Alpha Channel. Indeed. Like I said, what a freaking ghoul. You know what I mean? Yep, you know what I mean, Cranberry. You know what? I probably didn't even do. Did I even do that right? Sorry, Alpha Channel. I apologize. Let me try that again. Damn. There you go. I think that was more appropriate. And look at her in her dress. It's like she doesn't even know that this guy that she likes, just dispensed with her dad. That's kind of a problem. That could be a relationship struggle. Yep, the original Goblin. Seriously, it looks like the Green Goblin. It looks like the Green Goblin. There's no getting around it. Craziness. I'll be right back. There we go. Look at that. It was too dark to be sure, but I got the impression it was Mr. Hyde. Unbelievable. Not sure if this is needed, but in 2018, Stevenson was ranked just behind Charles Dickens as the 26th most translated author in the world. Does not shock me. Yeah, this is an art reference, Goldmine. You're 100% right, Alpha Channel. I mean, that really is, to me anyway, like the quality of what you take in reference-wise and art-wise translates to me anyway into the work. You know, it's like Photoshop or digital when they say, you know, if you scan in low res, if you scan in garbage, you're going to get garbage in, garbage out. It's the same thing with art. Look at this. I mean, again, 1920s. We have a history of art to look at. And look at how good this is. My God. I mean, just the way they're staging the figures, and I mean, gosh, I mean, this literally looks like, you know, Hansel and Gretel's Wicked Witch. Guess he's attempting to burn the weapon. Good Lord. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Yeah, no wonder this inspired so many stories. Yeah, you're looking at, you know, the father of the Incredible Hulk. You're looking at the father of so many characters. So many characters. Even when you think about it, I think it's fair to say the Wolfman. Even though the werewolf has existed previously, what they did with the 1941 werewolf, where you have this very sympathetic, kind character who can't help but what he turns into. Yes, it's slightly different, but in the sense that this guy starts the process, but then he can't control it anymore. You know? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's so important. I mean, that's why listening to books is so important. Hyde's in trouble, is he? There it is. And she's like, come on in. This guy is a psycho. And there we go, trying to burn the evidence. Look at that lighting. Wild. Yeah, well, no doubt. No doubt. Good God. Look at that. Oof. Oof. Poor thing. Poor thing. Yeah. Like, it's funny, even in fiction, and it's just, I don't care for it. Look at that. I mean, everybody in this is killing it. You know, the people behind the camera, the people in front of the camera, the set designers. Incredible. And there he is with, how do you even turn a key with those fingers? Does anyone want to tell me how you turn a key with those fingers? My God, it's like E.T. trying to use a rotary phone. We'll go back and find out what Jekyll knows of this man. Yeah, you're going to find something out, kids. Is she laughing? Or, I mean, she scares me too. I feel like her and Hyde would make a nice couple. My God. Couple of crazies. There we go. We're up to something. They're on the hunt. Look at that. I mean, honestly, look at that face. The way they did his makeup with his head. It's interesting. They did the skull to kind of mimic certain Neanderthal-like qualities to it, and then they just dialed that up when Friedrich March did his version, or when he performed his version. The makeup, and if you guys have not seen the 1931 pre-code Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that movie is a tour de force. It's incredible. You know. Awesome one says he learned how to turn the key from the ladies with the 10-foot fingernails, no doubt. And here we are, we're trying to make our stuff so that we can suppress this, although it doesn't seem like it's working too well. There we go. Now we're back. I don't know how his outfit changed too, but that is one of those things, I guess. The potion fixes your outfit. The Photo Viper, have you done Cabinet of Dr. Caligari yet? No, I have not. And by the way, I was talking earlier about who my heroes are and what job I would do if I wasn't painting and drawing comic books. And let me assure you, one of the finest examples of film restoration I think I've seen in recent times is the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. That movie looks like it when you see that restoration, like you're looking into a window to the past. I also own the restored Man Who Laughs, which was the inspiration for Joker, of course, but the character itself, it's a heroic tale, and he's a hero, which is great. Perhaps my master returns, sir. He always locks the door when he works. There you go. Now we're going to find him, and he's trying to clean himself up. See how that goes. Yep. What did you think of the monster design on the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Hyde? The makeup design? You know what's interesting? It was interesting, but I think for the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, what they were attempting to do was kind of basically, it's weird, make a Hulk. So it's like, this influences Hulk, and then Hulk influences that interpretation of Hyde. To me, there's Oh gosh, I don't even want to share this because it's so nuts. If I ever do it, it'd be interesting. I have an idea for a superhero comic. Don't know if I'll ever do it. That's based around this concept, Jekyll and Hyde. It's incredible. Yep. Yeah, they were just mimicking what was in the comics. That was some beautiful artwork, by the way, too. Love that stuff. I think some of the designs, the car, like, I mean, I know that wasn't true to the comics, you know, adding Huckleberry Finn and all that stuff, but I think that the design of the sub was really cool. The design of the car was really cool. There was some great production design. You know, really beautiful stuff. Sean, just do it. Yeah, I should, right? Cobblepot, 100%. Yep. Yeah, gotta love it. Antoine Dennison, Sean. Yeah, man. Oh, you guys, I've got some crazy ideas. What awful creature could have done such a thing? He must suffer for it. Henry, you must help me find him. And it's like, babe, you're looking at him. I will do everything I can. Yeah. Yep, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen comes to mind here, 100%. Yep. Agree, there it is. That Hyde was beastly, yeah. And he was also they had a Hyde, CG Hyde, in the opening of Van Helsing. And now, in his house, off guard and outraged, nature took her hideous revenge. Here it is. Shiver me timbers. Look at that. Whoa! What? Oh my God. What a double exposure. Are you guys seeing this? Oh my Lord. Sweet baby Jesus. Yes, Terry 1111. Love that Van Helsing film. Yeah, it's fun. Yes, Emo. Sweet baby Jesus indeed. Yeah, that is a 100% brilliant line. You're absolutely right. Yep, it was, is that a spider? It was a tarantula on a small movie set, double exposure. That's what you just saw to make that. Guys, this is the kind of genius you discover when you look at these movies. I have never seen this movie all the way through. I certainly didn't remember that bit if I have. In despair, Millicent appealed to Dr. Lanyon. That was freaking incredible what we just saw. Absolutely incredible, man. Wow. Wow, man. Here's the wild part. We get together, we watch these movies. I put this stuff together, and every single week, almost without fail, I learn something or I see something that inspires me. And I'm glad that you guys are excited about this show, because that makes me do this show, and then I see things that get me excited about my work. I mean, it's great, guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. You know, if I haven't said it this stream. And thank you, Comicsgate, for showing up for Nosfero and all the books I do. I appreciate you guys. The link to all my stuff is in the description. But this time together and this stuff we do here, I mean, worth all the hours of getting this curtain thing set up and building this out. You guys make it all worth it, so it's my pleasure to do it. Yep, having exhausted his supply of the essential drug, which alone could ensure even a temporary hold upon his better self, Jekyll dared not leave his laboratory. Wow, look at that. And look at the little illustration on there. Dear God. How cool is that? Yep, I love their outfits, clean outlines. Isn't that impressive? It's crazy. Imagine them attaching the torso of a woman to that spider in that movie effect. Yes, absolutely right. Yeah, that was freaking cool, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, jeez, thank you, sir. Thank you, Terry, I appreciate it. It's truly, I really do appreciate that. Misfortune has fallen on this house. Something is wrong with the master. Yeah, you ain't kidding. My God. He's done nothing but send Poole to the chemists all over town, and they are out of what he needs. And I think, if I remember the book correctly, it's because he got a sample of this thing that was contaminated or it had something in it, and so it was just that batch that worked. The Master is so eager for this drug, you would think it was a matter of his life, and there isn't any to be had in the whole of London, and there you have it, guys. Yeah, come down with a case of the shivers. Yep, Edward Gorey must have been influenced by the title cards like the... Yeah, Edward Gorey stuff is just incredible. I mean, God, how many great works of art are there to look back on? Film, illustration. I mean, and books have never been better at reproducing these things, and movies themselves. Here you go. My goodness. Whatever you do, don't knock on that door. There's nothing good in there. Ugh. Oof. Look at that. Whew. Yep. Absolutely. Totally Victorian. Something's got to be done. I'm going for Miss Millicent. You get Dr. Lanyon. Yeah, you ain't gonna like what you find. Yeah, so he's needed to take the medicine to retain. Yeah, now the shoe's on the other foot. Now the shoe's on the other foot. Now he has to desperately try to take the medicine to keep it from coming back. Now it's got control, and he is just, pleading and praying. And this is the interesting part. These are the moments, and it's very powerful in the Friedrich March version. But he's found himself at the mercy of what he unleashed and what he unlocked, and now it's the Hulk fighting off turning into Bruce Banner. It's not Bruce Banner fighting turning into the Hulk. It's an incredible story. A really incredible story. Wow. I mean, it's incredible, guys. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. Yep, poor man's made himself a lifelong pharma patient. And I was also going to say, he's made himself a lifelong serial killer. My God. And here she is trying to kind of, appeal to him and see what's wrong with him. And he's like, you can't come in here. But he wants to be with her. And oh, Lord. Look at that. God, that is creepy. Oh, man. Here it is. A minor side effect, yeah. That's not on the bottle, I guess. If you love me, go, Millicent. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, they look something, Antoine. I'm not arguing with you, Professor. Hardly noticeable, really. Oh, and there we are. Oh, man, that head. Ugh. Yeah, that is a dome for the ages, guys. Here you go. Oh, dude, don't. Yeah! Yeah, that's a whole lot of something. Yeah, better not be a tumor indeed. Oh my. Good God, can you imagine in 1920 seeing this in a movie theater? People were probably screaming in the audience. Good Lord. Good God. Oh, the hand. Oh. Oh, guys. No. No, sir. Woo. Oh. God, put those hands away. Oh. This is how people get beat up, to me. Yeah, this is flaming fantastic. Agreed, Cranberry Langers. Yeah, well, you know, Citizen Ronan is like going, it's a tactic, okay? Leave me be. And there we are. Oh. It's amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. Yep. Honey, why are you the only one trying to run now? It's too late. Just accept it. There we go. And here we go. Give me that dissolve. You know what's going to happen. Yep. There we go. Bang. Yeah, no kidding. That's exactly it was. That was some. Oh, look at that. And there it is. Wow. What? I mean, this is incredible, man. This is some incredible stuff right here. He has taken his own life. It is his atonement. There it is. Unreal. Boom. Hyde has killed Dr. Jekyll. There it is. Sparing her that. Sparing her the realization. I'm guessing with one of the many chemicals he had in that lab. And then they did the bit where they said, yeah, that's powerful, man. Yeah, he died like he lived. Kind of creepy. Yeah, he took some concoction. That's because he's laying there when they come in. And then he turns back into himself, and they watch it. And there he is. With her, that's the end of... I mean, that's incredible. Yeah, they probably did. You're not even kidding, Headless. That's totally true. Yep, Mr. Hyde did kill Jekyll. Yep, you're absolutely right. He did. The end. Wow, well done, man. Well done. And, of course... it comes to a stop. As you guys can see, we've got the TV screen clearly visible through the sheet. You know how this is. We keep it real around here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We didn't get stopped by YouTube because I built this thing from scratch. So hopefully, with the exception of the incredible film sent to us, like a message from a bottle from 1920. Can you believe it? Yes, indeed. Great film. 100%. Yes, bravo indeed. I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the music we paired it with. Just something to kind of have in the background. A little bit of just film, feeling. Ciao. God bless y'all. God bless you, awesome one. I appreciate it. Caleb, you are very welcome. Thank you for being a channel member. Tari, absolutely, man. It was great stuff. Great film indeed. Right, Grifter? And, you got your name in that credit at the end, my friend. So enjoy it. And thank you for gifting those memberships. It all helps. It helps the channel, guys. When you guys become members and you gift memberships, it helps buy brushes. That's all it was, man. Yeah, it was really, it is. It's a great film. I love sharing this stuff with you guys. You guys are the folks I have pizza with and watch movies with. And that's what makes it so much fun. That really is. And guys, the link to sign up for Springball is the second link in the description. The link to back Nosfero, I should say, the Crypt Walker, And Nosfero the Crypt Walker, if you like this kind of thing, the gothic movies, the gothic sort of horror aesthetic, that is what it is. Photo Viper, it's great to see you, my friend. I'm glad you liked it. I love that movie. Yep. Oh, look, the pizza's all gone. It is all gone just in time, guys. But yeah, I live in that world of, when it comes to painting and everything else, I live in that world of, the gothic, and this hand-painted comic book distills all of my love for that world, and there's so much cool stuff coming, I don't even know where to begin, man. And you're very welcome, Alpha Channel. It is my pleasure. Thank you for being a member. Mighty Geek Studios the same. Thank you so much. This story is the inspiration for the Incredible Hulk. Absolutely. Cranberry Lander said, oh, I meant your reprocessing. Again, my pleasure to do that for you guys, and you are very, very welcome. Yeah, the preparation is worth it because we get to be here and hang out and do this, and I think we could all use that lift, don't you think? It's about making comics that matter to people, and with your support, all this stuff is possible, and it's very, very appreciated. So thank you so much. Enjoyed watching you all. A great group to watch with. Absolutely, man. Yeah, thank you guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, that was one hell of a film. That spider scene was incredible. That spider double exposure might be one of the coolest things I've seen in a silent film. And I've seen some really cool things in silent films. But that was such a great, metaphor for what was happening to him. I mean, man, a tip of the cap to the artist who came up with that. They've all passed on. That movie's from a long time ago, but by God, God willing, I will see you guys in the future. We will sit down and we will all talk shop, and we'll have a great movie watching party in that movie watching party in the sky. You know what I'm saying? How's your father? It is great. So you have a good night, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. Yes, indeed. My pleasure, Cranberry Lander. So here we go, guys. As we wrap up every show, I will be doing a painting stream as soon as I can soon. For those of you guys who like the behind-the-scenes look at me creating Nosfero the Crypt Walker, this is for the oxidized edition. Both editions are looking beautiful and in design. So from the heart of Lovecraft country, in the birthplace of religious liberty, my name is Shanthan Jetty. You've been watching Shanthan Jetty Art, and I'm going to simplify my closing right now because I think this is what I need to say to people more than anything. Guys, give nihilism no quarter. That's it, guys. So thank you. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you for checking out Pizza Live. I will be back soon. And if you are a channel member, you're going to see your name in the credits because you guys make this possible. And a special thank you to Grifter for gifting 50 memberships. My goodness, to this channel. That stuff buys brushes. That stuff buys materials for me to paint with. And the ability for me to do all of the stuff that I do here. So thank you so much, Grifter. Much appreciated. Yes, indeed, Tari. Have a wonderful weekend. Where's the money, Lebowski's Alpha Channel? It looks great. Thank you, guys. God bless you all. Absolutely great show and movie. Be safe, everyone. Indeed, Timmy Mello, back at you, brother. Coconut Crabs, let's go. Oh, wow, there you go. Indeed, I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. So here you guys go. Here are the credits. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things you got to do. And most importantly, make sure you know how much you guys are appreciated. Take care, guys. I will see you later. Auf Wiedersehen, vielen Dank. And take care, guys.